Good morning, Scallywags. Before we get started with what you might have missed this week, we want to take a moment to acknowledge what happened in Branson this past week. I'm sure you've heard by now the duck accident that happened on Table Rock Lake, and of course Branson being, Springfield's neighbor, sister city, basically, that, this is definitely something that hits very close to home. At the present time, there are 17 people confirmed dead. I believe they found all the missing people at this point, and there are still 2 that are in critical condition in the hospital. 9 of those 17 people were from the same family, and the ages range everywhere from 1-year-old to 70 years old. So this is definitely a horrible time in this area, and a very unfortunate event that happened. So we wish to take a moment of silence before we get started today. So if you would please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Good morning, Scallywags. The sad and depressing, awkward things aside, we're going to try to kind of go right back into what we normally do on Mondays, and that is, of course, what you might have missed. So we got your weird news here for you. Hope you guys had a good weekend, by the way.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Great weekend. Yeah. So we're going to kick things off with, it's been a hot minute since we've had some robots in the news.
It has.
Well, how about your robot patrolling your local gas station?
Oh.
That's right. But you got to be careful because according to the picture,
That's
robot.
the same kind of robot. Yeah, we've reported. If you guys remember a while back, that's the same kind of robot that had committed suicide.
Yeah, it's really monotonous just going around in circles and just
very tedious work.
Tedious doing nothing. San Francisco Shell Station has robot as extra security for those at the pumps. A robot serves as a security guard at the Shell Station on 8th and Market Street in San Francisco. The robot has 4 cameras. It rolls at a crisp speed of 3 miles an hour and about the same pace as a person walking, and it continually scans and records. It goes on. Tracy Lim says, "I'm waiting for RoboCop to come out anytime and say you're under arrest." And what's going on anyway? Asked another customer when the dome-shaped device spins and paces within a 6-foot area. It's not doing anything now, but hiding, that's what security does. Another one comments, if I see him bust somebody, tackle a shoplifter, then I'll be impressed, says customer Derek Sorensen. But until then, watching it spin in circles, I'm just sat here scratching my head. The same high-tech Crime Stopper won't be chasing anyone down, seeing as the top speed is only a crisp 3 miles an hour. But it continuously scanning and recording. Its pod-shaped shell is 3 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and 400 pounds.
They need to paint it up like R2-D2, so at least it would be,
somebody could do
interesting
something.
to look at.
I don't know what the big deal is about these things. I mean, it's just, what is it going to do? Record?
Yeah.
That's all it's there for, is recording.
Well, it gives more things to post on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which, see Wednesday. That's foreshadowing.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah. There is absolutely no way humanly possible to transition into my first story today.
Squirrels.
Squirrel. Specifically, this video of a squirrel eating out of a condom sums up 2018.
Wow.
Random and kind of gross.
Yeah.
And we all know by now that over at the Huffington Post, they love their puns, because this video is nuts.
Ching!
Which makes sense since it involves a squirrel eating out of an unwrapped condom. Emily Cole, a nanny in Portland, Maine, took the video of the squirrel while visiting Ferry Beach in nearby Scarborough with the kids on Monday. She posted it on Facebook, and it has since started to go viral, and now we're aiding that along.
There you go.
The squirrel seems to be nibbling on something inside the rubber, but it doesn't seem to be nuts, berries, twigs, or leaves. Notice that they had to put the twigs and berries in there.
Twigs and berries.
Yeah. It looks like a balloon, one of the kids is heard saying. Is there stuff inside of it? Cole could have used the experience for a teachable moment, but ultimately, and understandably, she decided to postpone that conversation for another time, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I really hope one day when they're older and wiser, their parents will tell them what it actually was that they were witnessing here. She writes in her post, she told Huffington Post that she showed the video to the kid's father later that day. He chuckled about it, but we didn't say anything in front of the kids. Cole said with a laugh, just let them assume it was a balloon, and we can't not show it, so here it is.
What is he eating, guys?
It looks like a balloon. Is there stuff inside of it?
Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god. What is he doing?
Let's just hope that was something that had fallen into.
I'm hoping it was unused.
That it was. Yeah.
Wait,
that's the tactful way of saying what I was going for there.
Cannibalistic squirrels.
Oh boy.
That condom was not unused.
Oh boy.
We're still looking for the pair of adults that were using that condom.
Yeah. Let's just not even think about it.
We go from animals attacking one to animals attacking another.
Oh God.
Bull Gorge, California man looking for a car to buy. That's right, a California man's trip to buy a used car almost cost him his life. Almost cost his life. Words. Almost cost him his life after he came face to face with an aggressive bull. Walt Dean King told Fox 40, "We're here for you." He wanted to check out the used car on a rural property in Tracy, California, located about 60 miles east of San Francisco, when he was suddenly knocked to the ground by a raging bull. I remember feeling the horn going through my right side, and the next thing I knew, I was on the ground, close to a bush, and I crawled between the bush and the house, and the bull stood over me and snorted for 20 minutes. Wow. King 69 later told that he didn't remember seeing the animal before getting knocked to the ground, but remembered being gored twice before somebody stomped and honked a car horn. It was the worst thing I have ever had. I've never hurt this bad. I've broken legs and everything else, but I've never, ever hurt this bad. I can only imagine. I mean, the bull is, after he was taken to the hospital, King underwent 3 hours of surgery on both sides of his stomach. Doctors later informed him that his belly fat saved him from worse injury.
We're good to go then.
It was karma because back in the 70s, I had pulled a lady out of a burning building. So now I think I'm being paid back by not dying. I think he might be right. That's the only thing I can say. I don't know why else. I shouldn't be here right now, but I am.
Indeed he is.
Back to you, Spoo.
I just noticed we're like twinsies today. I mean, your shirt's a little darker, and you got Space Invaders, and I've got a lighter.
Have you ever noticed that if you really look at things, I have the facial hair where you don't?
Where I don't, yeah. I'm the anti-D, and he's the anti-Spoo. Hashtag anti-D, anti-Spoo. Because why not?
Here's your comic book character names from now.
My next story, I'm going to forewarn you, is not suitable for work. I'm interested. I can't wait to read this story because I'm interested to know what's happening here. I saw the headline and I said that's my story, and that's as far as.
So we need to put an in what is it? Not safe for work NSFW label right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Wall Street bull covered in sex toys and ridden by Vladimir Putin.
Woo!
Right? Yeah.
The picture says it all. We don't even really need to say the story. That picture is
pictures. Recent visitors to Wall Street to see the famous charging bull sculpture got a little something extra. This past week, on top of the statue on top of the statue sat a shirtless man wearing a mask of Russian President Vladimir Putin. The rest of the bull was covered with a rainbow-colored assortment, don't you know? Assortment of sex toys. A man named
Words. A man named Jeff Jetton.
There you go.
That sounds Jetson.
Yeah, Jeff Jetton. Is taking credit for the prank, interpreted by some as a commentary on how Putin seems to be controlling the United States. I'll let you figure out what that.
Yeah, you can do your own.
Jetton told the Huffington Post that he agreed with that statement, but wants to let people construe the prank as they see fit. He also said that he used more than 130 dildos to decorate the bull, all of them donated by an adult entertainment company. Anyone who tells you that sex toys aren't good tools of resistance has never had a bag of dildos, and a little bit of ingenuity, he said in a statement to the Huffington Post.
Wow.
Apparently, the Putin mask wasn't a good enough disguise. Chetin said that he was contacted by the New York City Police Department that following Tuesday, and said that I think it's for a non-criminal code violation. He told the Huffington Post the officers were kind and laughing when they cited me. And he actually posted on Twitter that the NYPD just invited me to the 1st Precinct to receive a summons for my work as Putin on the Wall Street charging bull. I assume that's some kind of award?
I don't think it's an award, but kudos to you for being making a statement and being artistic.
Yeah. Even with
a bag of
dildos.
I hope they weren't used.
See my first story.
Kind of like grabbing the bull by its horns. Might have been
So, got something we might have missed?
rough.
Drop it in the comments below.
Keep following us on our social media platforms, the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter.
Make sure you guys continue to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell notification, or to get notifications, rather, and you'll know exactly whenever we upload
That's
every
right.
day, which is about 6 o'clock.
And while you're on the Facebook page, click right there, send us a message. You can get a show t-shirt. That's right, we've got merch.
Yeah.
You can get a short sleeve for $20, a long sleeve for $22, and the hoodies for $25. You get to even pick your color of your shirt and the color of the text.
That's right. Just send us a private message there on our Facebook, letting us know what colors you would like and what size you will
There
need.
you go.
And we will get that going for you.
Well, it's going to wrap it up for another Monday, I do believe.
Yeah. So what do we do now?
You want to go get some ramen? He said he had his ramen shop.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll grab the fireworks.
Yep.
We're the staff at Schultz and Dooley's, and here's your Russian clip of the day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and if you liked what you see, go ahead and click on our faces to go ahead and subscribe to get all of our Monday through Friday stuff.
Indeed, and here's a couple of links down below that you can follow to watch more shows like it. Tons of great content right here at Scallywag Productions. We'll see you tomorrow.